How did you come up with the idea for like such an epic journey?
So, I don't know, how did we?
Someone wasn't listening to the last
I don't actually know how we came up with the idea.
What were we doing? Dave, you want to go over this? What were we doing? We sat in there.
I missed one.
You just said you were going to walk and I said I'd come with you.
We just came up with it then.
In little over a week, Dave Lewis and Lizzie Riordan will embark on an extraordinary journey. They will walk 750 miles from Bodmin in Cornwall to London via Dorset, Birmingham, Sheffield and Lincoln, amongst many other places. They're walking to raise awareness of animal suffering and the global crisis of animal agriculture. The walk will finish early in September when they will join the official Animal Rights March in London. VGN went down to Canterbury at the weekend, where I caught up with Dave and Lizzie. How did you come up with the idea for such an epic journey?
It isn't really a straightforward answer to that question. I guess Lizzie and I were just talking about the whole thing, talking about the Save movements and vegans and veganism and what we're doing or what people are trying to do, and everyone seems so isolated. So we sort of talked about trying to come up with an idea that brings people together with the people with the same beliefs, the same thought process, and trying to eliminate the same cruelty and do the same thing. So it really just grew out of conversation. It wasn't a eureka moment.
Yeah. And what do you hope will come as a result of this, of the walk?
Well, the main there's a number of things. So that isn't really an easy answer either. So there's probably a list of things I want to come out of it. Yeah. I want unity with vegans. I want vegans to realise that it doesn't matter whether they're more against cruelty or more against one thing or more against another. We're all fighting for the same cause. So let's get together and get behind each other, because if you divide yourselves, you're not going to achieve anything. Together we will make a difference and make a change, and veganism will grow in a positive way. I want people to become aware of the amount of cruelty that's going on, but I also want people to become aware that the government's actually lying to each and every one of us. And it isn't healthy to eat meat or drink dairy or eat cheese or eggs. Those things do actually do damage to your body. And they do immense damage to the environment. So I want to highlight the environmental plight of the planet. I want to highlight the health situation with everybody that's going on, and I want people to start talking about it. More importantly, I want people to start asking the government questions like, why are you allowing this to happen? The government is there to protect the people.
What can the vegan movement do to help you achieve your objectives?
So we want as many people getting involved with this as we can. So far we've got the Save movement leaders helping us out with accommodation near the vigils, but we need people to help us with accommodation on the way around the cities we'll be visiting, Manchester, Liverpool, and just helping us fundraise at vigils as well. Helping us with, a cup of tea, some food, anything we will massively appreciate. We just need as much help as we can get.
The vegan movement, what is it they can do to kind of help you reach your objective?
Right, well, it doesn't have to be the vegan movement. Literally anyone can help. And it can be help with, I live along that part of the route, and I haven't got a spare bedroom, but I've got a garden. We can pitch a tent up in the garden, no problem, and it saves us valuable funds, obviously, campsites and everything else cost money to go to. Give us food, donate, spread the word. There's just whatever little anybody can do, it would be amazing, and it would help towards the end result.
Yeah.
You know, talk to people about what we're doing, discuss it with people at work, friends, and say, have you seen this and what they're doing it for?
What would you say to like other vegans that want to get involved in activism and want to be kind of put themselves out there a bit more? What would you say to them?
So I don't think any type of activism is bad activism. There's so many different things you can do. You can go directly talk to people on the streets about things. You can hand out leaflets. You can even do it from home. You know, social media is our friend at the moment. It's why things are getting out there. So even posting things, and I've had a really good response through like Facebook, just posting things, and people are messaging me, asking me, you know, what the vegan lifestyle is all about. So there's so many different ways. It's just taking it one step at a time and finding something that you're comfortable doing.
Yeah, I totally agree. You know, people feel like they don't do enough. You know, they feel like even the smallest thing may not help, but I think what a lot of people need to realise is the small little things can go a long way.
Absolutely.
You know, even just writing a letter to, you know, a kind of company you don't agree with.
Yeah.
Or, you know, handing out leaflets.
Exactly, and signing petitions as well. They make a huge difference. So just, you know, one signature makes such a big change.
Obviously, you've injured your back. You know, what happened with that? You know, are you okay? And do you think, you know, it will be all right during the trip?
So this is a little bit more complicated. So my back is, I injured my neck. So I was originally treated for a frozen shoulder, and after about a year and a half, nothing was getting any better, and I had a fall. That fall resulted in me receiving an MRI scan, and they found out that actually my spine was crumbling at the top of my neck. And so they did an operation on my neck where they replaced some discs with carbon discs and a little cage around it. For about 2 years after that, I was still in constant pain with my back, and about a year ago they managed to do another MRI scan on my back and realised that when I had the fall, it actually broke my back. But the back has now healed, so the vertebrae has healed itself over one of the nerve endings as it comes out of the spine. So basically, the stronger the bone gets, the more pain I'm in. And if I'm walking about, obviously, I say walking, I walk on crutches because I can't actually put my entire body weight on my right leg.
Okay.
It's a bit of pain. I don't want to say that I'm any sort of hero. It's just a niggling pain, and it's always there. But it's nothing in comparison to what the animals are suffering. So if I hadn't had this injury, I wouldn't have the time to be able to do this sort of thing to raise the awareness. So it's thanks to the injury that I can do it, if you like. And I've got things to help me control the pain, natural products to help me control the pain. So, yeah, I'm going to be fine.
Okay.
I hope.
Yeah, you will be. Where are you going to be staying, like, every night?
So, like I said, the Save leaders have put us up for some nice accommodation, but during some of the town-to-town walks, it can be like a 5-day journey. So we've actually found some campsites to stay at. So it's just going to be kind of getting between campsites and people's houses. So, like I said, if anyone could put us up for any sort of accommodation, it'd be amazing. Even a garden, like we've got a tent, so anything would be awesome.
And would you like, you know, other people to join you, maybe, you know, for the whole thing, or just for a short leg of the journey at all? Would you like any involvement?
That's a funny thing, because people have said that, and you know, I thought I was a bit of an idiot to try and walk where I'm going to walk, but everyone realises now that the reasons and got behind the cause. And if anybody wants to walk with me, be it you know, for 5 minutes or 5 hours, I'd be honoured. If someone wants to walk the whole thing with me, you know, amazing. I'd be honoured. It wouldn't bother me at all, as long as they got a good sense of humour.
Yeah, that would be amazing. We want as many people to be with us on this journey as possible, even if it's for a mile or, you know, a couple of metres, anything. We just want people to come together and do this with us.
Realistically, how long do you think it will take to complete the walk?
It's a really difficult thing to try and work out. We've worked out most of the route now. It will probably take between 3 and 4 months, I would imagine. We're not going to be walking every single day. I don't think I could walk every single day, to be fair. But we're not going to be walking every single day. We are going to be planned routes between campsites or accommodation where we've got it, and trying to just do it as efficiently as we can. But we're not, you know, the time span is around about 3 or 4 months, I think.
Okay, cool. You know, with the trip that you're doing, how can people kind of get in touch or, you know, keep up to date with how everything's going?
So we've got a website, we've got Facebook accounts, we've got a Twitter account, which the details will be there. So you can just follow us on there, and it will have the route planned, and it will have our Just Giving page as well. So you can donate anything you want, even the smallest amount is, you know, incredible. So it's all on there.
Yeah, just like, you know, social media really, like, so helpful. How did you come to adopt a vegan lifestyle?
Right, well, that was mostly, that was down to accident, really. Again, I'd hurt my neck. I was in the situation where before I'd had the diagnosis of my back, and I've since had injections into my spine. But before that, I live in a basement flat, and I couldn't move. I couldn't get out, so I was housebound. And basically, I started just researching into what was the cause, because there was no surgeon. I'd spoken to 3 different surgeons and about 5 or 6 different doctors, and they just told me it was wear and tear. It was one of them things. And I was 45 at the time when it happened. So at 45, you're telling me someone that used to box, someone that's done the Canterbury half marathon, someone that used to go exercise thoroughly, that always ate good food, always cooked from scratch, kept themselves fit, their neck is wrecked because of wear and tear, and I didn't buy that. And so it led me to discover that when you eat meat, dairy, your blood turns acidic. To combat that acidity, your body has to neutralise that acidity and takes it away from your bones. That's why in the Western world, where we eat the most dairy, drink the most calcium, we have the biggest cases or more cases of osteoporosis than anywhere else in the world. That led me into then investigating other things and to what they were doing. And then I saw the horrific things that were going on with the animals, and I thought, we've set this lie up to justify torture and murder in such an horrific way. Who's responsible for this? And I'm still as angry now as I was then.
So I first kind of started looking into veganism after talking to a friend about it, and then I actually went home that night and started doing a little bit of research into it, and I found some pretty dark stuff, especially regarding the cruelty to the animals, and it really affected me, and it kind of happened overnight. It was an immediate transition. Like, I didn't want to touch meat or dairy ever again. I didn't want to contribute to that or be a part of it. I felt so guilty, and I just wanted to start making a change from then onwards.
And what do you think has changed, like, since you have become a vegan, like, within yourself? What do you think is, you know?
I feel so much healthier. I feel so much more bouncy, I'm just full of life. And not only that, I feel more compassionate in myself, and I feel like I've found something, you know, like a voice. I used to be so scared of what people thought of me, but now I'm not scared to voice my opinion and fight for what I believe in.
What do you think has actually changed since you became vegan?
Personally or outwardly?
Just changed for you, you know, with your own self.
Right, well, I feel more energetic. I'm sleeping better. I used to sleep probably once every 2 or 3 days, to be fair, and get a total of 6 or 7 hours in about 3 or 4 days. I now sleep for around about 4 hours a day, and I sleep better. So when I'm asleep, I don't wake up, whereas I used to wake up, you know.
Yeah.
I feel fitter. I do feel more energetic. Unfortunately, I do have pain in my back. As I said, the bone is growing over the nerve, and so the stronger that bone gets, the more pain is coming through that nerve.
Yeah.
But you know, there's nothing I can do about that other than what I'm doing. As far as being a vegan goes, and the food I eat, I feel 100 times better.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I want people to just try the challenge for 20 days, 22 days. Just get hold of a vegan book, get onto the website, we've got the link on there, where you can have a diet for 21 days, know what you're eating, and see how you feel. And I bet you money, you know, that you will feel better. That's what I want to try and, you know, get people to do.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming and speaking to us today. It's been really cool to find out, obviously, how everything goes, and I really do hope that, you know, everything goes to plan, and, you know, you feel really accomplished with this whole trip.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming to meet us today. It's been really nice to kind of hear about how the journey's going to go. I really hope everything turns out okay, and that you kind of accomplish everything you'd like to.
Well, thank you for giving us the opportunity to tell more people about it.
That's okay.
Thanks a lot.
VGN will be following Dave and Lizzie every step of the way, and will be reporting daily on their progress via this channel, our website, and via our social media feeds. It's sure to be an amazing journey, so please tune in for updates. You can also follow their progress via the Walk for Hope website. If you believe in this cause, please support it by making a donation. No matter how small, it will really make a difference. All of the links are in the comments below. We have exciting times ahead of VGN, so please subscribe to our channel. See you next time.